Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So Keke Palmer has filed for a restraining order on her ex Darius Jackson, and she has been awarded that restraining order as well as temporary full custody of their 8-month-old son after posting video stills that we note are time stamped from 2022 of her allegedly being assaulted by Darius, what would seem to be February. This is around Valentine's Day of 2022. Okay. At about 6:35 in the morning. Now, not to say that it's just impossible for somebody to be going through a domestically violent situation allegedly, but I find it to be interesting. This is 2 years ago, just about. They have an 8-month-old. Why do you have a baby with a man that was fighting on you last year? This is almost 2 years ago. This is going to be 2 years in February of 2024. That's going to be 2 years. I'm going to read an article, okay, because these are the stills, not videos. Can't find videos, but these are the only things that we have as so-called evidence of his alleged violence towards her. Now, this could be showing anything. This doesn't necessarily show violence. I mean, if you want to add that context, but we don't have context for what's going on in these shots, because for all we know, they're getting frisky with each other. For all we know, they're playing. For all we know, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know what's going on in these stills. We don't know one way or the other. Okay. And is this a mirror? So is this a mirror that's being captured? Because I'm seeing the two red tables, unless this is actually two different tables on either side of the wall. This looks a little interesting. The next still, we've got allegedly Keke here, sort of over the couch or whatever, and assume allegedly this is Darius here. Okay, so we still don't really know what's going on in these photographs. Okay, we don't have any idea about what's happening here. We don't really know. I'm going to read an article. Okay. And this is an article. Let me see if I can make it a bit bigger for you guys. Keke Palmer files restraining order, lists extensive incidents of DV against her ex Darius Jackson. So, see, on Thursday, Keke Palmer filed a temporary restraining order against her former partner Darius Jackson and requested sole custody of their 8-month-old son Leotis. The filing, viewed by people as rightful accusations against Jackson. Palmer alleges that on Sunday, Darius trespassed into my home without my knowledge or consent, threatened me, then physically attacked me, lunging for my neck, striking me, throwing me over the couch, and stealing my phone when I told him I was going to call the police. The incident began when Jackson, a former college football player and current fitness instructor, came over to take their child to a football game, but discovered the baby was with Palmer's sister, visiting family. They argued, and Jackson allegedly knocked me backwards over the couch, stole my phone, and then ran out of the house. This, the filing states, was captured on Palmer's home security system and will be played in court during a hearing. When Palmer went outside to get the phone, Jackson nearly hit me with his car. Quote, the Los Angeles County judge granted a temporary restraining order which says Jackson must stay 100 yards away from both the actress and their son. She was also granted temporary sole custody, according to People. Palmer lists several incidents over the course of the last 2 years, some of which she says her home security system captured. In the filing, the actor alleges there were many instances of physical violence, including striking and grabbing around the neck, descriptions of Darius destroying my personal property, including diaries and prescription eyeglasses, throwing my belongings into the street, throwing my car keys to prevent me from driving away, hitting me in front of our son, spewing profanities about me to our son, threatening to kill him, to delete himself with a gun if I left him, harassment, and other physical and emotional abuse. The abuse during our relationship is not just physical, but emotional and manipulative. Darius would love bomb me and make me feel like I was the most important woman in the world, only to get extremely distant and cold over a perceived insult to him. If we were at a party or event and I spoke with one person too long or looked at someone a certain way, he would storm off in a rage, telling me I was a slut and a whore, accuse me of cheating on him, and that I did not love him. Darius had a way of gaslighting me to make me feel like I was doing something wrong, even though I wasn't. She's basically trying to call him a narc. In one incident from April 2022, Jackson allegedly accused Palmer of flirting with a woman while they were out to dinner in Santa Barbara. The former couple left to return to their hotel early. Darius grabbed my prescription glasses away from me, threw them on the ground, and stomped on them. He then opened my bag, threw all of my belongings into the pavement in the rain, and threw my car keys across the parking lot before he got into his own car and drove off. Over the summer, in a very public incident, Jackson shamed his partner for her outfit, which she wore to an Usher show in Las Vegas 5 months after giving birth. The singer serenaded her and featured of the show that he performed for Issa Rae and Kim Kardashian, among other celebrities. It's the outfit, though. Tweeted Jackson in a since deleted post, "You a mom." This didn't go over well on the internet, and Jackson followed up, "We live in a generation where a man in the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my reputation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." Soon after, while the relationship status was unclear, Palmer starred in an Usher music video song called Boyfriend. I'm not going to read the lyrics, not important. In the video, Palmer is on a girl's Vegas trip, and after much dancing in the hotel room, Palmer wakes up in bed, realizes she slept through the show. "I'm so tired," she says, and then to the camera, "I'm a mother after all." Okay, so we're going to just stop sharing that. Listen, I've got a theory on why she's doing this now, because here's the first thing first. If this is something that's been going on, this has been going on since you've been together with this guy. People who are domestically violent are that in the beginning stages of a relationship. They don't wait, and it's not sudden. It's something that begins to happen at the beginning and escalates as time goes on. So if this is a man that is accustomed to putting hands on a woman and he doesn't mind putting hands on a woman like that, then he's going to start doing that very soon. After the relationship begins, he's going to be possessive. He's going to be doing all of these different things. It's not going to be sudden. I find it interesting that now she's doing this after that whole Usher situation. This is a man that has been seen following up behind her, holding a baby. We know he's been the main caretaker. We know that he has been the main caretaker of the child since the child's been born. You know, she's been doing her thing, her entertainment thing, and working and so forth. After the whole Usher thing, I think that they have not recovered their relationship, although it went quiet. And my theory as to why this is now a thing, especially something to show from 2022, I think that she wants to get rid of him, but she doesn't want to have to pay child support, and she doesn't want to have joint custody. She makes more money. Although they are not married, she wouldn't be obligated to give like spousal support or anything, but she would be obligated to give child support. Since he has had the reputation of being basically the house husband and having being the main caretaker of that child, any court would at least give joint custody. between him and the baby, between him and her for the baby. And in order to get out of any child support at all, she would need to make him look bad in the eyes of public opinion and a court. So the way to do that is to claim that he's violent. If you say that he's violent, then the court is not likely to give him custody at all. She'll be getting full custody of the child. And if she has full custody of the child, then she doesn't owe him any child support or any money. He has to go on about his business and not get anything from her. I honestly think that if this is not true, then this is the reason why she's saying it. This would be the benefit of not telling the truth about something like this, something as serious as this, because it doesn't really make sense to me that this is an abusive person that's been physically abusive to you, especially considering the way in which she fronted off in public. This just strikes me as if this is the type of guy that's going to be putting his hands on you. You're leery of that guy. You're afraid of that guy. Okay, you're more than likely you're scared of him. And you don't want to do anything publicly or privately to set him off. This just doesn't seem like that sort of situation. Allegedly he's doing something to her and has been doing something to her, I guess, for the entirety of the relationship. This just didn't seem like that was the vibe that she was giving. There should be, if he has been violent like this, there should be a whole paper trail about incidents that she's reported to the police, about his violent tendencies and blowing up and beating her and choking her and different things like that. You may not be able to report him for, verbal abuse and things of that nature, but you would be able to report him for physical abuse because that's assault and that's a crime. So minus any real paperwork that sort of illustrates him being violent towards her over an extended period of time, I'm reluctant to believe that this is true. I honestly think this is just something to put out there so that she doesn't have to worry about him having custody and therefore no child support, so he doesn't get a dime from her. And that's really what I think about that. Maybe I will change it if there is more evidence a different way. I'll come back and amend it. But as it stands right now, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.